Belts and pumps keep your car running smoothly. Even if you don't know where they are on your car, they can cause you a lot of heartache and take a big old chunk out of your wallet if they fail. Our auto guy is here, Bowersock from West Escondido Auto, to keep your car running smoothly.
Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning. Thanks for being here with us again.
Glad to be here.
You know, this is one of those things I unfortunately have personal experience with, that I know that if the light goes off and you're having trouble with this, it can cause some big trouble. Tell us how often people should have their timing belt checked.
Well, it actually varies. Manufacturers and models vary. Anywhere from 60,000 to 105,000. What's really important is to find out for your vehicle and model what the manufacturer recommends. The reason why is timing belts are actually made out of a nitrile type of rubber.
Okay.
As you can see, and you see the cogs on them. They're pretty thick, but after time and heat from the engine, they actually start to wear out. And what happens is they either break or they pull the cogs off. And when that happens, the engine loses what we call time. The valves and the crankshaft are timed with this belt, actually. And when that happens, there's two types of engines. There's an interference type of engine, which what that means is if the belt breaks, the valves will actually hit the piston. And then, of course, you're looking at a lot of internal expensive repairs, which I think you told me you had happened to you.
Unfortunately, it was one of those things, the light on my car kept going off and I needed to have it checked, and then I didn't, which isn't very expensive to change this.
Correct.
And then, of course, I didn't, and it broke, and the car comes to a dead stop. I mean, it's not one of those things where I think people think, oh, well, I'll just get to a service station. No, it stops and goes nowhere.
That's right. You're done. When the belt breaks, it usually can become very expensive. A lot of engines these days are interference. Some are non-interference, where you won't have, but most of them are interference. And it damages other things inside. It becomes very expensive.
Well, give us some idea. If you're just changing this, you're just maintaining it, what are you going to pay to do that?
Well, they can vary anywhere from a timing belt on a smaller, simple four-cylinder car under $200, around $200, all the way up to some of the bigger V8 Infinities have timing belts, and that can be a $600–700 job.
Really? But if you don't, I know that my car was an older car. It cost me more than $2,000 to have it completely
Absolutely.
repaired.
You got to take the whole engine apart if this happens. A couple other things that we have here.
Well, let's take a look up on the screen. Tell people these are kind of the highlights that we need to make sure that they're taken care of. So they are the manufacturer recommended intervals. That's when people need to do it with their car, but you were saying it's about 60,000 miles. 60
to 105. You should ask your service provider. It's very important to check with them and find out what your car needs.
And it says also you're going to want to go ahead and replace that water pump at the same time. Why is that important?
If it's driven by the timing belt, usually what will happen, you'll replace the timing belt, and then the water pump itself, which you can see this is driven by the timing belt with the cogs on it, well, actually, the water pump itself starts to leak and fail, and you have to do the labor all over again. Timing belt has to come off and all that. Or worst case, water pump fails, seizes up, and causes the new timing belt to break.
So even if it doesn't look like there's a problem, just do it now.
It's a good practice to replace it if it's run by the timing belt, absolutely.
All right, well, all good advice. Thank you again for being here with us today.
Always happy to be here.
Keeping our cars running safely, even if we don't even know where the things are located. If you'd like more information, just log on to our website at fox6.com and look for the link on Hot Topics.